Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV, and we are just about ready for game number 2 in this first match of tonight's playoffs. It's the HEYPALL second season, or winter series, really, of Paladins here at GameStar TV. And here to take you away, once again, are LeBoy and Lionberg. Over to you, LeBoy.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to get straight in to this second map as quickly as we can. I believe the map will be Jaguar Falls. So as you guys saw from the last match that we just saw a few minutes ago, very, very close indeed. I'm hoping for another one just like that. Hoping to see a little bit more from Vxtrum, honestly. They did look very promising in certain parts of that match, but unfortunately they did go down 4 points to 2, and these points are very, very crucial, as that is what will determine the ultimate winner of all of this. The more points you get, the better. So unfortunately, only picking up 2 from that first map. Hopefully we can see them either take this next map, or even if they just scrape there with 3, would be quite nice for them. They don't want to sit here getting 4-1'd or 4-0'd. That's going to be a massive, massive detriment to them. So obviously, the more points they can get, the better. Champion. So it might be wise to even just take a very point-heavy champ select, so that they can at least get those initial caps and at least get some, ult combos on the board. Bans coming out firstly straight away is going to be Drogo for one team that might be banned for Shrive on Ninja. So that means Ninja is now looking to get the ban over on the players of Vxtrum. It could be the Kinessa, seeing as Jaguar Falls is quite a good Kinessa map if played properly. The ban could also be an Eevee. It could be anything. We have no idea what tricks they have up their sleeve. Lionberg, any predictions on what the ban and how the rest of the champ select could be?
Actually, a Ceres being banned out, which is interesting. This could point towards a heavy tank composition, potentially, even for both teams, realistically, as the sort of tank composition on this map is quite popular, and it's easy to pull off. The point is sort of closed in on itself, and then the distances to push the cart aren't too far. Drogo's does a really excellent job on Jaguar Falls of disrupting that, so if they are looking to do that, it's probably a very good ban there. Picking up Bomb King, first pick for Vxtrum here, a little bit surprising, wouldn't have expected that, but the Eevee and Maldamba is actually quite decent here from Ninja.
I completely expected the Maldamba to come out from one of the first 2 teams. I'm surprised that Vxtrum didn't take it straight away and just threw back the ban back in their face, seeing as, Ninja banned Ceres off of Xylos for Vxtrum. So if they answered back with the Maldamba straight away, it would have just thrown it back in their face and go like, okay, we have Maldamba and you banned Ceres, go ahead and have fun with Ying or Pip or whatever. But they took Bomb King straight away, and then the Eevee Maldamba counter picks, and then we see Makoa and the Grok. So Grok is going to be the healer of choice if they choose to only take 1. I'd say that Grok as a solo healer isn't the best. He's decent if it's a very point-heavy type of composition. Yep. But if they did choose to get another heal like a Ying or a Pip, then that would be completely understandable. Looking to get the second tank, though, taking the Inara away from them, although they don't really need to take the Inara away. I suppose they don't really have a choice. It's their last 2 picks, but I'm surprised, actually, that Ninja didn't take Inara sooner. They took Ruckus and Barrack, so I suppose we'll have to see how it works for them. Barrack can be good, depending on the person playing him, and if King Boo is that person, then I can definitely see some nice action coming out from him, as Inara and Cassie are being hovered, and I think they actually got picked. It's a bit of a weird spectate bug when you're spectating this, but so only the one solo healer being Grok, and Kakucho looking to hover that Charlene to probably throw him off to Carisray again as the final pick. Any quick pre-game predictions from you, Lionberg?
So far, well, how it looks, Ninja, I would say, definitely have the upper hand in this draft. The solo Grok heal, they're going to have a lot of trouble with it. Even if he's running the double heal legendary and running a deck which increases radius and healing of the totem again, it's going to be really difficult to sort of heal out the tanks, because that totem is very easy to kill. I would have expected the Grok to be more of a damage in this composition. He has got a bit of a recent buff in the latest patch where his range is extended and his damage has been increased significantly. So he's actually quite viable on maps like this, and essentially really good versing a Barrack and a Ruckus. You know, those turrets and then the no shields from the Ruckus make it really easy to get those bounces off. I would have loved to see a Pip probably in place of the Cassie on Jag Falls. However, Cassie is also a really good pick, but I am a bit worried about how they're going to do with the healing.
Bit of an issue for them. Hopefully it works out, and hopefully this game runs very smoothly. It should be a close one if we have anything to judge from the last match. We will bring it to you guys very, very shortly. We will be back momentarily.
All right, you're off the air. Perfect. Okay, ready to go live? Live in. Yep, live in 3, 2.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to map 2 of this little best of 2 between Vxtrum and Ninja Esports. The map is going to be Jaguar Falls. The compositions for both teams are quite out there. They're not really extraordinary. I mean, King Brew on the Barrack. I suppose picking Barrack instead of taking the Inara is a questionable one. Depends on how he chooses to use Barrack. Barrack can be quite strong if used correctly. I suppose like we said for pretty much any champ, but King Brew on Barrack has been quite promising in the past, so hopefully we can see some good plays coming out from him. And I suppose the real talking point is definitely going to be Xylos playing that solo healer Grok, seeing as they have 2 tanks. They have Inara and they have Makoa. And I suppose with the wall that Inara has and then the dome shield that Makoa has, they're going to need to protect that totem big time. Because if Eevee blinks above it, takes maybe 1 or 2 shots onto it and it drops straight away, then that's no heals for whatever the cooldown is. I think it might be like 12 seconds or something, depending on the cards that he's running. But that's going to be a huge detriment. If Eevee can get behind and take out Grok and just be a pestering nuisance to him, then they're going to have such a hard time. Hopefully that Vxtrum have a little backup plan and can find the answer. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, definitely. Running that Totemic Ward Legendary, very important there. But they are going to struggle with the healing. VP going for a flank at the back, though. He misses his dodge roll shot, which isn't really good. Onto the Ruckus right now. Bonking needs to be careful. VP going low, and A Sagan actually gets taken out.
Carisray, first pick of the match. Very nicely here, as Xylos gets the first and only pick so far for Vxtrum. Shrive took out VP, which means the DPS for the side of Vxtrum are going to have to back down. They're going to be worrying a little bit as Xylos does go down, which basically means Vxtrum, get out of there. You don't have heals for a while. There's no range to you go into a Grok. None of it comes in, but gets right next to you in order to get those heals, unless you want to sit out of play and just get that natural healing that you do. So Shrive taking another pick. The point capture time is actually quite even so far, but Ninja definitely looking a lot more promising to try and take this. Xylos might go down. Carisray has actually been pestering him. He's activated the Ghost Walk. If he goes down right now, as he does, that is definitely going to be a point to Ninja. I can see them taking this straight away. There is nothing more that I can say about that, other than well played to Carisray for definitely doing his job as focusing on that Grok. He needs to be doing that the whole game if he wants to try and keep his team in this. As soon as Grok can get a safe spot to do some healing, that's when Ninja are going to have trouble. But if Carisray just stays above him and constantly pesters him, then it's going to be an easy match for them. Vxtrum are going to struggle really, really badly if the Grok is out of play. So that is definitely going to be a key point for them to take notice of. Because once Grok is out of this fight, it is game over. Looking to get some members though. Carisray, oh, very nice shot. Takes out Sagan, getting in on her broomstick, hitting the shot and then ice locking straight away. Very, very nice there. One pick contesting the point just under this little gap here in the wall. 1:43 as Christian does go down to VP eventually, saying no more pestering from you, buddy. Javek did actually pop the ult, took out DLS, but Lizlak did quite well to try and stop it with the CC immunity. Very, very nice triple kill for Sagan. Going off taking out 3 members, including the healer. Very, very nice for him. Definitely the standout play so far. Interesting ult pop there from Xylos. Not sure what he was trying to accomplish with that. I suppose Inara was kinda low. She had about 70% health. I don't think the ult was really necessary. Did take out Strive eventually, so maybe the ult did get him low. Maybe he knew he was kind of just sitting around low, but interesting choice for the ult pop. Lizlak takes one back onto Chris Ray. Barrack does use the ultimate, trying to do some damage, do what he can. No kills out of unfortunately. He gets hooked in straight away. Xylos sitting back, and he is definitely protecting his totem. You can see both tanks are staying really close, being basically human meat shields to try to protect this totem, because if that goes down, they're going to be in really, really bad situation right now. Ruckus having to try and escape. Chris Ray and Kakadu come to his aid as Javek takes him out eventually. Xylos drops that Ghost Walk to try and keep himself alive. Chris Ray doing damage still, being very, very annoying, just pestering, slowly doing chip damage, so they're trying to take them out one by one. King Boo doing his best up on the other side here. Gets walled off by the Inara. Does go down eventually. Javek takes one back onto Inara herself. Xylos doing some nice healing with the totem right now. Trying to place it in spots where it can't get taken out too easily right now. Eevee really needs to focus fire more on that totem as Sagan takes her out eventually. Actually, Chris was looking to take him out. There was the Eevee ultimate. Not doing a whole lot. It was really just Xylos on the point. Doesn't manage to get the Ghost Walk off. Had it out of cycle, so he does go down. This is going to be a very, very close fight.
This is actually amazing for Ninja are doing a really good job at trying to bully Vxtrum out. But Vxtrum aren't giving up. They're turning around, they're getting some really good picks. They're stacking well onto that totem, but it's also punishing them a bit as well. It gives Ninja the availability to just roam around the map, get in the positions they want. And Ninja's still holding Vxtrum actually holding very well there and managing to get a couple picks. VP coming in very clutch at the end there. Great to see from him.
I actually saw an extremely nice wall coming out from Lizlak. He just got it right to the point where Maldamba couldn't slither away. So Kakacho was just stuck there between the enemies and the wall, couldn't escape. And once he went down, that meant no more healing for Ninja. And then they picked them up straight away. VP came in, took out 2, and that was a very, very nice hold. So Lizlak on the Inara will have to use those walls as best as he can. This map does have a few chokes that he can definitely capitalize on that barrier that he can throw up. So seeing him do that there, very, very nice indeed. If they choose to do that for the rest of the game, they stick to those corridors, they make use of what they have, then they could very, very easily try and take this map in their favor. It would be nice to see Vxtrum come back and take the victory. Both teams looking to fight on point. King Boo, the only one really, a couple of members of Ninja went to try and get the flank on. No picks so far. Hook was landed. And Ruckus does manage to get himself away though. In the nick of time, Xylos looking to get the kill with the ultimate. Doesn't actually manage to do so. VP was want to finalize that there. Still, a lot of members of Ninja sitting off to the side. And again, a very, very nice wall from Lizlak, forcing them back, buying himself time. 72% on the point. They could very, very easily capture this. It looks to be done. Grok trying to apply some pressure. DLS trying to land hooks, doesn't manage to do so. Rolls away in the nick of time, and he says, "Hey Xylos, I'm low, heal me." And he does just that. He comes in, tries to heal him, kept him alive for that brief moment, and they cap the point. Very nice from Vxtrum.
That was awesome. I love that Grok ultimate. It wasn't 100% necessary, but it was preemptive. It forced the Ruckers to push back, be able to get chased down, and then it also forced Ninja to retreat back into that Jaguar Falls area where Lizlak was able to get that awesome wall off and basically separate them from the point. It was great play there from Vxtrum. I'm really impressed.
Very, very nice indeed. We've seen a lot from both teams so far. So definitely 2 very, very evenly matched sides. And hopefully the results at the end of this match do confirm that we did obviously see Ninja go up 4-2 in that last map. So Vxtrum looking a lot stronger this time around, so maybe it's just their composition that's helping them out. Maybe this is their secret strat, taking the Grok. Maybe not, maybe they're just playing well with the walls. Maybe they've been practicing on the map. Who knows? They are definitely performing a lot better than they did last time out though. Eevee ult does come out, no kills though from it. Did do damage as best as she could, but no kills unfortunately. Which was obviously a bit of a wasted ult, which they could have potentially used in combustion with the Ruckus ult. Could have been very nice to see it with as my numbers was down. Lizlak goes down, gets a nice pick there onto Javek, which is going to be a little less DPS, and Shrive actually in the back lines is going to get halted here by Makoa and Grog trying to hunt him down, saying no, you try to use your ult on us, we're going to fire back with 2 of our own. Does get out eventually through Bomb King. Lose like another really good wall, just maybe a centimeter or 2 away to stop Barrett from getting out. Javek with a nice triple actually. Popping the ultimate, doing what he can. Seigan did use his ult to try and roll himself in there. Took 1 out, but he did go down eventually as well to that Ruckus ultimate. Very, very nice from Javek to get that triple and buy the team a little more time. Ninja can defend this if they choose to do so. They have the Barak and Maldamba ults to buy themselves as much time as they can. I wouldn't say they need to use them, as Cassie and Inara are the only 2 ults on the board for Vxtrum, and I really wouldn't recommend them using them right now, seeing as they did pop 3 ults just moments ago. So if they want to try and have a chance in this next fight, then they're going to have to keep the 2 ults. They need to keep what they have. They need to stay really secure right now, and they need to not give away too many ults, seeing as there's a few members on the side of Ninja getting dangerously close. Eevee, Barak, and Maldamba with the 3 ults, and Shrive on the Charlene looking very close, 93%, and Ruckus might be the only one without the ult for the side of Ninja. Heading into the next fight, successful defense came out, no surprise there, and judging by the looks of the ultimates and the pressure that Ninja are applying, they could very easily take this next point.
Yeah, definitely. That Charlene ult is about to come online. Vxtrum really needed to back off at the end there. The likelihood of them pushing the card in was very low. They need to back off and basically just let themselves lose the round. By going in and keep staggering onto the point, all they did was allow Ninja to build up their ults again. And now we have an Eevee ultimate, a Barak ultimate, a Maldamba ultimate, and shortly a Charlene ultimate going against just a Cassie and an Inara. They need to be really careful with this point, because if they lose any more points, they've lost the head-to-head, even if they win the map.
Cassie is probably going to pop her ult maybe just at the start of the match, as she does so, to see where they're going. Ninja do take the fall side of the map. Derek, though, went into the small dark room there to try and get himself as much room as he could, I suppose. Taking that zone can be quite beneficial. Chris Ray in the back lines almost gets taken out. Javek gets hooked in. He could go down here. He does. Ult disadvantage, yet Vxtrum still coping with it very well. Here's the one and only ult they have left. Inara's comes out, and there's a beautiful triple actually coming out. Seigan took down 2, and I believe got the assist on the 3rd, so very nice from him. Maldamba did get the ult up and use it. I believe it did get popped up, and fortunately did, as it did nothing for them. Eevee as well, using her in desperation, trying to keep their side in it. Ninja not looking very promising. They're staggering their ult. The Barak one being used alone. Rocks come out to try and counter it. Kibu might go down. They does go down, unfortunately. Maldamba, the only one left alive. Mega Danik is not too careful. There goes Shriver sitting in the backline, and Pakisho goes down. Here goes the Eevee Blink to try and keep himself in it. Karisray sitting back, and that is going to be a successful capture from Vxtrum. That was such a poor play from Ninja. Using ults 1, and then another, and then another. You got to go bang, bang, bang all at once. Do as best as you can, try and combo them. But unfortunately for them, staggering them a bit, and definitely not the Ninja that we want to see through the rest of these matches.
Definitely. Ninja could not have played that out any worse, and Vxtrum was really able to punish them for it. Their ult use was horrible. If they had been able to combo those ults together, use them in conjunction with each other, that point should have easily been there. But now, Vxtrum have gotten that point, they're pushing forward, they're doing exactly what they need to here. They're staggering them, they're keeping Ninja away from the point while they push the cart through the chokeholds. This is exactly what they need to do. The healing from Xylos, it's been hard, but he's coming in clutch with it. DLS is able to fall back to a position with Xylos and get healed up. And Vxtrum could actually be looking to convert here.
They very, very easily could. They have momentum on their side. Ninja have looked very shaky, and actually, they do manage to lose it out. So a very nice 4-2 comeback there for Vxtrum, which means Ninja won the first map 4-2, and Vxtrum fire right back with a 4-2 of their own. Nicely played from Vxtrum. Very unfortunate for Ninja. They didn't look as promising as they did that last match out, and the scoreboard confirms that. 3 for King Boo, 11 for Karis, 11 for Javek, 3 for Kaka, and Shrive on a DPS. He is playing Charlene and only picked up 5 kills. 97k damage is quite good. definitely. Well, I believe the last match with 21 minutes, I believe it was, Carisre got 111k or something close to that. So 97k isn't bad. He was doing damage. He just wasn't doing the right damage. Shooting at a shield the whole game it's not gonna benefit your team. I mean, he can melt shields, but a smart player will fall back when their shield goes down. A smart player won't let him, just take the easy picks, the easy stuns.
That's exactly right.
Poorly played from him, but Vxtrum definitely did quite well that time out. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, if we look at Xylos' healing here, even though we had the doubts with that Grok, the Grok healing isn't such a great thing in the world. You can clearly tell that Vxtrum were able to play around that totem together, because 101k healing on a Grok is an awesome achievement, and he should be proud of that.
Yeah, that's completely right. 20 assists as well for him, only dying 6 times, picking up 3 kills. And you can definitely see that his healing was effective, seeing as DLS and Lizlak only died 4 times each. They died the least out of anyone in the whole match, and that was due to his healing. Xylos did go down a few times here and there, where Daddy DLS and Lizlak didn't, but overall, his healing kept them alive. That's why they only died 4 times each. So very, very nice.
That's exactly right.
I suppose just because of the mastery of Grok we have just seen, we just have to give the MVP to Xylos, despite the fact that Lizlak landed some nice walls the whole game. Sagan did some very nice damage, even though Javek did pick up that triple. Unfortunately, was enough to get his team the win. Sagan, obviously, with the most kills that time out, even though he only did 60k damage. But, I mean, come on. Xylos managed 101k healing, as opposed to Kakacho on the Moldamba with 86k. So, Xylos, congrats, you've won the MVP for the second map. We will bring you guys the next series, which will be between Element 6 and Ninja very shortly. It looks to be quite a close one. Don't go away, guys.